Perfectly excellent.
Hey, how's it going, party people? Welcome to episode 52 of Perfectly Excellent, thrown together in the span of about 45 minutes, stressing me out incredibly. And equally as important, both Alan and I have independently, without any planning whatsoever, have consumed way too much Taco Bell this evening. So this could get dangerous very quickly.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a question about Taco Bell. Do you have like real adult friends? Like real people?
I have you.
Yeah, it's the same, like similar situations here. But I talked to like real adult people and I had mentioned that I ate Taco Bell and they were all so appalled. They were like, Taco Bell. They're like, well, I haven't had Taco Bell in like 20 something years. And I was just like, oh, is it not normal that people of our age should be eating this?
I would especially think that people with children would surely have to lean on that sort of thing every once in a while. Like for me, because I now tend to have to eat vegetarian most days, it's a very good, quick, like, oh crap, I don't have anything to eat. Well, I can eat at Taco Bell sort of situation. Mm-hmm. So no one has ever mocked me for eating Taco Bell, but then again, I have no adult friends, so I'm not sure that it's come up.
Yeah, like real people. Yeah, and again, they weren't mocking me. It was just more like they were stunned that I felt like I went home and I told Evelyn, my wife, I'm like, there's something wrong with us. Like people think this is weird.
Well, I will say that one of my coworkers, who is definitely a grown-up, is a vegetarian, a vegan actually, and we've discussed Taco Bell as like a good thing that you can get in a hurry. That said, she did say that she does not really eat it very often, but it is nice that it's a thing that's available if her husband and child would like to get some fast food.
Yeah, I don't know. It made me feel less grown up, I guess, which for better or worse. I don't know.
And
it was just weird, like that look of surprise that how you get so big eating food of this kind. I don't know.
Yeah, I am not looking for being a grown up. I'm going to be 50 later this year, so I'm just like I've passed that. Yeah. You know, the time where you're supposed to be a grown up and do grown up things, that's not happening. I'm done.
All right. Well,
my grown up things is my body falling apart on me. That's my grown up things. Wearing a back brace when I have to go to a toy show. That's my grown up thing.
Yeah, possibly a result of a lifelong, obsession with Taco Bell. I don't know. I'm there with you.
I don't think it was detrimental to my spine. I hope
in my grade C, but edible. So
I have a vertebrae issue that I don't think is bean related. I'm pretty confident.
Have you ever brought it up to your doctor? Have they looked into it?
I've asked my doctor about bean vertebrae dysfunction.
It would be great. It'd be great if he asked you, like, have you had gorditas in your life? Like, potentially. Could have nailed that one. All right. So
anyway, though, how Taco Bell and stomach gymnastics aside, how are you doing this fine evening?
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I feel good. Like, I know it's a little stressful, but it's good to just have a chat with kind of a laid back episode. But yeah, it's been a week. It's been crazy, and I don't know what the air is like by you, but here you can't go outside at the moment.
Yeah, we don't have any more. It's gone.
Yes. There is no air. It's just
it has been replaced with burning. It's just been replaced with particulates at this point.
Yeah, it is bad. I mean, it looks like there's a fire like out in the street because there's just so much smoke and the smell is overwhelming. So
when I've been like, it actually bothers me quite a bit. So I've actually been putting on a mask when I had to take the dog out. Mm-hmm. And even with that, like, it's burning my eyes. So like I come in the house and I'm like, what is going? I mean, I know what's going on out there. There's fires in Canada.
We're burning. Yes.
Yeah.
The world is burning.
But it's atrocious out there right now. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Not a fan. Yeah. And I normally have a mask in my bag, which is funny. I've been carrying it around since COVID, but unfortunately I didn't have my bag with me. So I had to go outside and wing it. So I got that in my lungs. I got Taco Bell in my stomach. I'm just ready.
but you've got a song in your heart.
I do have a song in my heart, and I'm excited to do our deep dive invention exchange today. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, we've both been kind of accumulating things. I think perhaps me at a slightly more frantic pace than you, but because we didn't have like a topical show to do, it made sense to just sort of show off some of the things that we've been.
These are a few of our favorite things.
These are a few of our favorite things. So, yeah, I got a lot lined up here, and I got some really cool things and a couple of really big things, and at least one with like a gigantic story attached to it.
Okay, so how do we begin? Because normally we do an invention exchange and then we get started.
Well, I think we should do an invention exchange and then get started.
Okay.
Perfectly excellent.
So, I mean, we do that. I know that.
We do that. We did it.
I guess I have to go first. I really didn't want to go first, but I guess I have to go first.
You don't have to.
That's okay.
We'd switch it out. But set us off.
So I'm going to set us off something proper. With it's a little bit, it's a twofer, and they're not super related other than they are both games.
Oh, okay. Fascinating.
But perhaps not the games that you are expecting.
Okay.
So one of these is something that I had when I was a kid, and the other one is something that I had never seen before until recently, but it was just so darn cool I couldn't not get it.
Okay.
So thing number one, and I'm curious if you remember these.
What is that? Checkered rag? Is that what that says?
Flag.
Checkered flag. No, this is brand new to me. I've never seen this before. Okay, walk me through this. Whoa, that was pretty slick. So is it
it's a little mini board game.
Oh, okay.
And what you do is you move this thing, and it's like rolling the dice. You see how the gears in the middle?
Okay.
And then you move your little piece. It's not a very exciting game. And I don't really remember playing this game a whole lot, but I do remember doing this a lot when I was a kid.
That seems like the thing you would do. Yeah, that's the thrill right there.
So
are there other like playing pieces that come out as you're to move?
Yeah, I'm going to try to show it without dropping them on the ground.
Oh, they're like little magnets or something in there?
Yeah, they're little magnetic dude. Here, I'll try to get one out of here. They are so tiny.
Wow, yes. Is this meant for like road trips or something?
Yeah, 1987. 1987. Nice. So this is something that it's funny because I was watching a YouTube video of someone in a toy shop, and while they didn't show one of these, they showed something that made me think of one of these. I was like, oh, I remember that. I had that. And I went looking for one, and finding one with the little pieces in it is challenging.
Yeah, I would imagine those were immediately lost. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We need more things that do that, right? Like there's not enough like snap and fold out stuff in the world. Cool. That's a really unique thing you picked up. Very nice.
I like that. So that's the thing that I had when I was a kid. And the second thing that I picked up that is also a game, and I don't remember if okay, it does work. Okay.
Something's happening. Oh, yes. I remember these. I had the haunted house one of these.
So it's got the I'm dropping.
It's had a marble.
It's all ball bearings these days.
It is all ball bearings.
And basically you just have to keep hitting this button and it shoots the marble up the board.
Yeah, and I'm guessing this is one you had too as a kid.
No, I didn't have. I had stuff sort of like this, but this one was just crazy cool looking. Here, I'm gonna bring it in a little closer.
Bring it in. It's Macho Man. What's it say? King Kong? Kong Man. Cool. So we're gonna go all the way up. We're gonna take the balloon. We got some levers. You know, I wonder if this is the exact same thing as like the Haunted Mansion one, just with a different theme.
There's a skateboarding one that uses the same shell.
No,
but
I've looked up that like the haunted house one. It's not a haunted mansion. Oh, even the box and everything. Look at that. Very cool. These are neat things. You're getting your
Oh.
little vintage retro toy shop together.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't look like it'll fit on a shelf though.
It is on top of a shelf right now, but it is in a very crowded on top of the shelf. So my little vintage cabinet that I was excited about is completely overrun and insane. So
does that mean there's going to be 2 vintage cabinets soon?
there's probably going to have to be more vintage cabinets soon. But I want one of the things that I'm trying to do today is I'm also trying to show off things that I bought that have boxes, so I can then go put the boxes in the attic.
So
because I've been accumulating a lot of things with boxes for some reason, because like the really nice conditioned ones often seem to come with their boxes, even though I don't really care about the box that much. But
and now you have a box.
Now I have the box.
Yeah. Cool. Well, those are really, not the games I was thinking of. Big surprises. Very, very cool. Congrats. Good pickups.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna keep the game thing going.
Keep it going.
So you know how I went to Too Many Games a couple weeks ago? And there was a couple, I was looking for weird stuff there. Mm-hmm. And what they had some cool stuff. They didn't have the weird things I was looking for. And you know how often when you go to one of these things, you have something in mind, and then you come home like unfulfilled, you have to fulfill. Right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. And I picked up the trio of Tingle Nintendo DS games that were released in Japan. So if you're not familiar with Tingle, he is a character from The Legend of Zelda. He is I think he's like a 35-year-old man who wants to be a fairy like Link. And so he dresses like that. And he's a very, very kooky character. And he offers to help you in his quest. He'll sell you different things. And they made a couple DS games where he is the star. So let's look. This first one is this freshly picked? They're all in Japanese. Not really sure. I think this is freshly picked. Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land. Okay. So this was released in September of 2006. It was a retail release in Japan. And it did pretty well. It sold over a couple 100,000 copies there.
All right.
And let's see. I think this was actually localized too in Europe, but it never made it to North America. Unfortunately,
none of these 3 games were released in the US.
No, not that I am aware of. I don't believe so. Next up, we have Tingle's Balloon Fight, released in 2007, and this was a Club Nintendo exclusive in Japan, so you had to get it through the club. And then the last on the list is Ripened Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love, I believe.
You don't say.
These are so bizarre. I mean, they really are like just bizarre games. This was 2009 released retail, but they're just really fun, inexpensive, like extended Legend of Zelda type collectibles. So they'll go good with the Zelda collection. But yeah, this was the weirdness that I was hoping to find at Too Many Games. And while there were too many games, they did not have these games. So, but now I own them. They straight from Japan. They're very, very cheap to pick up because I guess they're not hotly sought after. And for whatever reason, Japanese games are much cheaper than trying to buy the US versions.
When I picked up my Star Fox, I noticed that since I got it for about $100 cheaper than the cheapest Star Fox I could find.
Yeah,
I could find. I don't know why that.
You could see find. Yes,
I can see. I can't see find. That's the problem.
Oh, but yeah, fun pickups. I'm excited to have these. They just make me laugh. Like just looking at them, and they're in great shape too. Hopefully, they're actual. They're not like reproductions, and they are the actual games. But there was a language barrier, so I'm not really sure. Yeah. But they were cheap enough and they look great, so they will do nicely on the shelf.
All right. Now, this is the first time we've ever gone back, like flip-flopped again to do another, like a continuing invention exchange, because that's all we're doing this show. Except
that's all we're doing.
Wait, are we supposed to do a now playing at the end? Because I don't have anything within reach.
Let's see how we do. Let's see how we survive the invention exchange.
All right. So next up is I've told you a bunch of times about how much I am loving rewatching the A-Team.
You have.
And it's just the best, the absolute best show. I also decided to start rewatching some Knight Rider to see how that holds up.
I had a feeling you were going to say that for some reason.
Not as well as the A-Team. It is not as fun as A-Team. But,
oh no!
But I've only watched 2 episodes, and it's not that it's bad, but it is not as fun as A-Team. But I have been wanting to get some more Knight Rider things, so
you got a thing.
I got the Knight 2000
with
Michael Hasselhoff.
Yes, very nice. Is that a light or a sticker in the front?
It is a sticker in the front. It talks. I don't have a battery in it right now, but it does work.
Okay.
It's in pretty nice shape. The windshield
looks it
blue instead of yellow, the way a lot of them are.
Yeah. And a box.
And the box. It's got the instructions in it.
Why does Knight Rider, the font of Knight Rider in the corner looks like, I don't know. That's a very weird looking font.
Yeah, like I want it on a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
It would be excellent to have on a t-shirt. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this. It's big. Like it is large. So it doesn't really have a good home right now. But now that I can move the box into storage, I can hopefully find a place for it to live in perfect harmony with everything else.
How does Michael Knight look in there? Does he look as far as action figures from that time? He is there no like paint on his face? Ooh. He wasn't wearing his seatbelt. I did notice that too. Ah, the likeness is uncanny with his turtleneck and belt buckle.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good. Really nice condition, although the door just fell off. But
ooh, that happens.
That it will happen because it's one of those like on little tiny peg things.
Yeah.
So we'll get that fixed up after the show.
Yes.
But yeah.
Get some glue or something.
Makes me want to listen to Waffle Stomper.
Yes, I actually, it's funny. I hear the theme song just looking at it. So, and it came in the box. So score 2 for 2 on boxes.
2 for 2 on boxes.
All right.
All right.
Your turn. All the rest of my stuff is going to be in boxes because it's all new. This is the first time I actually ran out the clock on my pile of loot at Big Bad Toy Store. And I think what do they give you? Like 80 or 90 days to ship
90
stuff?
days.
It's 90 days. So this is 90 days worth of stuff that has been sitting there in the pile. Which for a future episode, I want to talk about the mental gymnastics of pile of loot, because you buy the thing, they don't ship it to you, they just put it in a box, and then it's like I don't know, sometimes I almost just forget about it. So I wonder if there's a way to do that without spending money, like just pretend buying stuff and like pretend checkout. But I don't know. But this stuff I'm really excited that I actually did get. I'm going to start with this first. Let me grab some scissors so I can open this up a little bit and show it off.
Is this a live unboxing?
Well, I mean, I did do something, so I guess live unboxing right here.
I should have put that in the description. I didn't know.
Do you want to go back?
Prepared for that.
Let's go back. But this is the Legend of Zelda Weapon Collection.
Okay.
This is from, was this Tommy? Who did this?
I don't know him.
Bandai Namco. So yeah, these are just blind box weapon sets from the Legend of Zelda. Not quite 1/12 scale, but I think workable. And there's some really cool stuff. So you have not played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, but aside from just the Master Sword, there are a lot of weapons in the game that Link can get. And quite frustratingly, they break. So you never have a weapon that's going to last if you don't like maintain it. So you're constantly picking up new weapons in your inventory. And yeah, these are some of the neat things that they have in there. Some of these are from main characters in the game as well. But yeah, maybe let's open one, shall we? Let's take a look. I don't know if I'm guaranteed a full set. So how many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no, that doesn't look right. Is there more than 5? Oh, there's more than 5. So there's 10. And what do we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, maybe I'll have a full set. The math is funky there. But here, let's take a look at this one. Very nice packaging there. Looks good.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That is a box.
Yeah. Is that band Heart? Is that who's on the cover?
It is, yes. It's in Bonnie Raitt or Heart. I'm not sure. No, it's Link with his luxuriously long hair. Which, funny enough, I think I sent you the thing. Hasbro just announced that they are going to be making Legend of Zelda figures. So that's something I'm very, very eager to see. They're going to unveil them at San Diego Comic-Con, potentially from the new movie coming out in 2027. Oh, so look what we got
rather
here.
One from maybe the first game or
I would too, but
or the first game.
yes, let's see what they come up with.
I want the little octopus guy that lives in the water. If they can
Oh,
make one of him, I'll be pretty psyched about that.
Oh, look at that. That looks pretty fancy there.
That's a sword. Yeah.
That is a sword. And it comes with a little display stand.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa. Looks nice. Trying to get the focus there. Yeah, nice detail. Nice little blind box thing. So.
All right. And now you have 9 more.
I have 9 more to go. So make yourself comfortable. No, just kidding. I'm not going to unbox more of these. But yeah, these are really, really neat. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. Anything that is like not the master sword or the, his typical shield, just digging a little deeper into the Zelda stuff. So cool stuff. Yes. And 9 more to go. So 9 more invention exchanges right here coming up in future episodes.
All right.
Well, I'll just put that right back in there. And why don't you flip us around? Why I put these away?
All right. I'm huge.
Yes, look at me. I'm large.
So this next one is another item that I had when I was a kid. This was one of the toys. Like my mom and dad split when I was pretty young, and I would go to my dad's house on the weekend. And we didn't have a whole lot of toys at my dad's house, but we had a couple. We had a Playmobil pirate ship. We had the CJ Snake Track slot car Tycho thing. We had that. And then I had one Lego set there.
I think one Lego. You just one Lego.
I had one Lego set there, but it was like the Lego set. And while I'm not a big Lego guy, I really, really wanted this. This is challenging.
Oh boy. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. Look at that. And the box and everything. Amazing.
So this is the Lego Castle 6075. I'm going to put it down so I don't break anything.
Yes, please.
I believe it came out in the US in 1980 or 1981. I think it came out in Legoland in like 78 or 79, if I remember reading correctly. But this was like one of the key things because of the toys at my dad's house, this was absolutely the best one.
Okay.
So I absolutely adore the little knights and their little face masks and all that stuff, their shields. Like, I just love these guys so much. At some point, it got brought back to my mom's house and got mixed in with all of our other Legos.
No. And then forever lost in the bin.
Well, I just ended up with like an inordinate amount of yellow Legos in comparison to everything else. But yeah, I never really was able to build the castle again when that happened. And I don't even really know why it ended up coming home. I think I probably just got older and maybe it had something to do with my younger brother wanting it. But I was really excited to get one of these. Although when I did get it, it was missing a couple of pieces. So I had to buy one piece on eBay because it was an archway. And there's a Lego store in Randolph on Route 10 that has like dig bins. And I went there and I found the couple of pieces that I needed, which wasn't many. It was just like a couple of just like normal yellow bricks. And I brought them up to the register, like 8 tiny little bricks. And the guy at the register is just like, yeah, you can just have those. That's fine.
That's awesome. He's like, yeah, it's not.
So, but cool. Really, really, really excited to have this. It's a beaut. It's nice. I'm happy.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you because you have brought that one up before, but I'm concerned for you because space is definitely going to be an issue for you now. That's not a small set, and that box is so marvelous. Like it looks so nice.
I know, but it's going in the attic. Like that box is not hanging around. It'll fit on the shelf. I already had it on the shelf.
Okay.
It takes up real estate in a very awkward way because it's short. So there's like a lot of dead space above it. So I got to figure something out with that. But it was so much fun building it.
Cool. Awesome. Well, speaking of building, I'll try to keep things relatable here. Yeah, that's no. We're not doing that.
Yeah,
we'll do this thing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, yeah. Speaking of building, I hate model kits. I do not like them. They're on my list.
What did they ever do to you?
Well, it's nothing personal. I don't want to build them. I'm not good at it. I don't know that I enjoy it. I find it very stressful putting them together. And when I was trying to really rein in my spending, one of the things on my do not buy anymore list were model kits. Okay.
So show me the model kit you bought.
Here is the model kit that I just bought.
It even says model kit.
I know,
on it,
and
like,
it does. It's doing that to rub it in, But this one was just way too cool to pass up. And they're not like, these are articulated model kits. You're basically just building your own figure, but you have to cut it off the sprues and assemble. You don't have to paint it. Everything's painted and ready to go. And it comes with a lot of cool accessories and stuff. And I could not resist. And this is from Gong Studios, which I guess is part of Pop Mart. And I had been messaging them back and forth on Instagram, like saying, hey, I know you guys are making this. I'd love to collaborate with you and whatever, take some cool pictures of and stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, sure. Just, when you start to see more, like, get back in touch and, we'll hook you up. Well, that never happened, obviously, since this just came from Big Bad Toy Store. But what did happen was I saw some people that they did send them to, and the stuff that they created, like the one guy made this assembly video that was like almost like him cutting things to a beat and assembling it. It was like pure magic to watch. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to write them back because I cannot do anything near that level. But yeah, I don't like model kits. I build one a year, usually when I go to visit my parents on vacation. It's just like a project to do when I'm there, but we're not going this year. So I don't know if and when this will be assembled, but I mean, it's huge. Like,
just put it together on during your spare time.
Yes. All of them in the spare time. Maybe I could do like one step a day. Well, maybe that'd be fun. Do like actually one step a day, and maybe in like a year or two it'll be ready.
Just build a finger.
Just build a finger. But yeah, I cannot believe how big this is. But I'm really excited because I'm a huge fan of Wally, and any opportunity to get another figure, like, sign me up. Even when I have to build it myself, 15 and up, or is that 75 and up? I can't really tell. Maybe 75 and up.
I think it's 75.
All right, so I'll have to wait a couple of years.
Yeah. Only a couple, though.
Only a couple, yes. All right, it's going back in the box. By the way, this episode of Pile of Loot is sponsored by Big Bad Toy Store for all your toy needs.
It's not. It would be nice if it would be. I mean, I'd settle for nothing, really. I don't need anything.
Okay. Yeah, nothing you are buying is from...
Well, that's not true. I actually just got a pile of loot in. It's just I decided that I have too much other stuff, so I'm probably never going to show it. So I just opened it. It was just a bunch of Godzilla reaction figures, so I opened them all and put them up on the shelf already.
Okay, yeah. Let's switch gears or switch spots.
All right. So
do we need to take a break? Do we need to take a breath, or we're still good? Just keep plowing through.
What can we? Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any. I have no beverage here. I'll just watch you. Yep. Yeah. Intermission. And we're back.
So I wasn't sure which one to do yet because thematically the next one sort of goes with the last one. But when you're building to a crescendo, it doesn't really work as well. But
intriguing.
This is another thing that I had when I was a kid, and the memories attached to this thing.
Yes, I had one of these too. This is great. In the box. Very nice.
I don't have the yellow tape though. I got to get one of those yellow tapes.
Oh, I don't remember the yellow tape much. I do remember I remember just playing my own tapes, but it's so crazy. That's a good one.
This is one of two things that I fell in love with music in front of. And I used to play my Blues Brothers tapes on here. And what I would do is I would put this in my window. When I lived in West Milford, I would put this in my front window with the window open, and I would play it as loud as I could because I thought that people walking by would probably want to hear the Blues Brothers. So I thought I was doing a public service.
That was a good thought. Yep.
I also have this really bizarre, vivid memory of when I was like a little kid. Like we lived in Ramsey, so this is kindergarten, and I still remember this. I would record TV shows on it so I could listen back to it. And in my ultimate wisdom, the TV show that I remember recording and listening back to was The Pink Panther.
Oh.
Now, there's not a lot of talking in The Pink Panther.
No, a lot of music and
but
reflection. Yeah.
Just one song, essentially. So basically, I had like a half-hour long recording of the Pink Panther music with just like whoop, like weird sound effects happening every once in a while. And of course it sounded horrible, but it was really tough to find one that worked. And to find one that worked that was actually in nice shape required me buying one that had the box again. So
cool.
But this thing is heavy.
Well, I mean, it was good old like mechanical parts back then, right?
Yeah. Oh, another thing I did is when I was in the 8th grade, we had field day, which, that's a thing that people did when they were in, elementary school. Kids
are still doing it today.
So my teacher his name was Mr. Van Orden. And the teachers always had like, whatever your team name is, like, like Mrs. Rosendale's Reign of Terror and, Mr. Tyler's Warthogs or whatever.
Sure.
So, they were trying to come up with a name for Mr. Van Orden's thing. Now, the thing about Mr. Van Orden is he really liked Mr. Rogers, and he would often kind of point to Mr. Rogers to like give an example of something. Like, he was a history teacher, but
okay.
So I actually came up with the idea of like, oh, well, we should be Mr. Van Orden's neighborhood.
Ah, that's a good one. Clever.
That is a good one. So clever that he used that as the name for like the rest of eternity. Like that just became, if you got in Mr. Van Orden's class, that's
you were in the neighborhood. Yeah, that's impossible to top. I can understand why.
So that was a good one. So what I did was I recorded, because Mr. Rogers was still on the air in 1991. So I recorded the opening theme song on it. On this, and then I put it onto like my normal stereo and basically looped it like over and over and over again. So I had, like 60 minutes of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood song. And I brought this to school and just played it the entire time, like whenever any of us if in that class were doing any events. So I have good memories of that. I also remember taking this apart at some point after that.
Yeah, I think adolescent boys tend to go through that age, right?
Yeah, so I disassembled it. And it's like inside, it's all like the cool electronic stuff, like the green motherboard and like, so I did end up disassembling mine. But again,
no disassemble. See,
this is so great.
That is really cool. And I'll share with you my memory of that is, again, I brought it around everywhere. And we talked about Disney music before. And like my favorite album, or one of my first favorite albums, was the soundtrack of Disneyland and Walt Disney World. And the tape that I still have, in the middle of it, cuts out and goes to recording of me talking to my mom. And it was on this very thing that some reason I hit the record button in the middle of the tape. And there I am. So my little voice was recorded on that Fisher-Price thing on the tape, my copy, which I still have, which someday I'll have to like digitize just to hear it. It's only for like a split second or two where you hear me go like, and you hear my mom in the background like, what? And then, but yeah, that lived with me. That actually, mine stayed with me for longer than it probably should have, because I think everyone moved on to like boom boxes, and I still had that for a bit until I found out I was super uncool with it. But good memories.
That happens.
Yep.
But I had one of those orange Disney tapes that I used to play all the time in that too. It was like the Western one. So it was like Goofy singing "Get Along Little Doggies" and like that kind of stuff.
That orange tape, I still love it. It's sitting over there, like right within earshot. And it even says Rappaport on it because I brought it to school one day and my mom did not want it to get lost. So, all right. I don't have a musical segue for this. But I can go back in time. How about that?
Yes.
Actually, I don't know if this really goes back in time.
Rearranging
I don't
a couple things. All right, and begin.
All right, I'm gonna do as a pair though. Yeah, it's breakfast time.
Oh,
These guys finally showed up. I don't know if I'm doing the right way. Yes, huge fan of Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles. So when these guys were announced by these were these Jada toys? I don't even remember now. It's been a long time since we first saw them. I think at Comic-Con they were showing them off, and I just couldn't resist. It's what did it for me was the boxes and the bowls of the cereal more so than the figures. But I don't know why these are 13 and up. What are the weird random ages for these toys? But yes, Fred and Barney, Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles are still a staple in our house to this day. And yeah, like I love these. Packaging is fun. They really had a good time, making the little cereal box things with them. So
no, that's good. I mentioned this to you when I saw you this weekend. Is I think it's a really big miss to not have like an alternate like Santa dressed head for Barney, because as much as I love those commercials, and I do love those commercials, the Christmas version of the Pebbles commercials with ho ho ho, I'm hungry, like that stuff is so like that is just burned into my head. So I really wish it came with a Santa hat.
I could see them doing something like that as like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, right? Since it wouldn't take too much to change from this. But yeah, we talked about trying to limit the stuff, but these were just so near and dear to my heart. Like it was really hard to pass these up. And they've been doing a lot of different cereal characters, but nothing speaks to me as much as Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles. So here they are.
That's good.
Fred and Barney.
That's very good. I like it.
Yabba dabba doo.
I like it.
Yes. Back in the box they go for now.
I have a cereal related pickup, but it's too far away and I don't want to go get it.
Okay. No, yeah, don't overextend yourself, right?
We'll no, like you don't understand. Like I've now built like a little fort around me of collectibles that I'm worried that if I start moving haphazardly,
it's going to be chaos.
I'm going to break something.
I totally get it. All right.
Oh, it's my turn again.
It's your turn again. Yeah, that was a short one. I mean, I don't really have much to say about that. They've been on pre-order forever. They finally hit the pile of loot, and now they're finally here. And we did just see them at the Wayne Toy Show last weekend, right?
So we are now on my final two, and my final two will be like the two items that were on my Grail list from the Grails episode that we did. I don't know, like 7-8 months ago. I had five things that I really wanted, and then like an honorable mention. And the honorable mention was the aircraft carrier. And I said even at the time that I don't really want that. I just wanted it when I was a kid. So that's why it was an honorable mention. Mm-hmm. So I've back in previous episodes, I showed off the Shogun Rodan. I got the Shogun Rodan.
Previously on Perfectly Excellent.
Yeah. Yes. I got the Voltron sword, like the LJN Voltron sword. And I had the Dino Riders Tyrannosaurus. Those were 3 of the 5.
I think we need to do a super cut with you talking about your list and then like showing you like crossing all these off. So 3 of the 5, 2 remaining.
2 remaining, and we'll go through both of them. So the first one is like you were a big part of this one. So some of these will be very familiar to you because one of the items that was on my list was that I really wanted to get all 6 Kenner Star Wars bounty hunters on the card. Mm-hmm. So you set me up with Zuckuss.
There he
I've gotten boxes for them.
Yeah, they look much better in the boxes.
You got me Forlom.
Yep,
Forlom, or whatever you say it.
That's right. Forlom. He was Forlom to me.
Good old Bosk.
Looking good.
Now, when I was a kid, I didn't have Zuckuss or Forlom. I had the other 4, and they were like my favorite figures. But nice looking Bosk. And then obviously the big one that you hooked me up with was Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
So since that time, I have acquired the final 2. So I have myself a Dengar.
Oh, it looks great. I love the price tag. Very nice.
And of course, last but not least, good old IG-88.
Nice. He's looking good. The cards look great.
Yeah, no, they look really nice in the cases. I'm so excited to have these. Like the mint on card stuff is not usually something that I'm super interested in. Same thing with boxes, although I am acquiring some of this stuff, but these were things that I really did want, just really nice carded versions of. I don't really have a home for them just yet.
Of course.
But I'm working on it. And these were just always my favorite toys when I was a kid. Like, I don't even really remember them from the movies. I only really remember them from the trading cards and the toys. And because I think they were like just the coolest looking figures in the Star Wars line, like I just had such an affinity for them. And they were always my favorite toys to play with.
No, I'm with you. I think a lot of us probably grew up and like there was that mystique about the bounty hunters, and Boba Fett especially, like so cool and calm, uttered like 3 lines. But yeah, he was my favorite growing up. And I think we talked about it before, that in Star Wars, the first thing you do when you look at a new line of Star Wars stuff is like, I got to get the bounty hunters. Like I got to complete the set. So I apologize. I wish the ones I gave you were in better shape. I guess they took some took some beatings along the way, because I've had those for decades.
The cases help that out a lot, because
it looks much sharper.
Like, you can see the crease if you like really zoom in, but it keeps everything flat, so it's not so wavy or anything like that. They look really nice, and Zuckuss is probably the only one that I might upgrade at some point. Yeah, because that one crease is a pretty big crease, but the rest of them, they look really good once they're in their cases. Well,
I'm glad.
So I'm very happy with them.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And to think that like when we were young and we were chasing these things down, then I had them like thumbtacked to the wall, like no case.
In the 90s, yeah,
in the 90s, they weren't cheap, but they were money that we had back then, so they were easier to obtain. Now they're crazy monies.
I had a Boba Fett on the Droids card back then. Yeah. It didn't have the coin in it, but I paid something like not that much, like $50-$60 for it or something like that. And I held on to it for a while, and then I sold it, probably in like 1998, 1999, and I sold it for an okay amount of money, probably like $200 or something like that. That stupid figure is worth thousands and thousands of dollars now.
So when you get your time machine,
it makes no sense to me how that one could be worth that much money. But
we should do an episode of like the things if we could stop ourselves. Like if you you can go back to 3 points in time. Like what would you do? What would you buy? What would you stop yourself from selling? And that might be fun to kind of talk about that. All right, make a note of that. Make a note of that.
Yeah.
Okay, noted. Oh, it's my turn again.
It's your turn.
I'm back.
You got 2 more, right?
I got 2 more. Yeah, they're all kind of related, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this differently. So let's do the doozy here. So yes, Beetlejuice 2, the movie, was not good.
No. Okay.
It was not a good film. You haven't seen it, have you?
No. But I've only seen the first one once when I was a child. So
okay, the first one is good. The second one is not.
Happens.
Yeah, it would have been better if they cut out everything, every scene where Michael Keaton was not in it, which would leave you about an 8-minute movie, which would have been okay because he was great when he was in it. But there was also one supporting character which just cracked me up and I found highly amusing. And that was Bob.
Okay. Was he not in the first movie?
He was in the first movie.
Okay.
Yes. But now he is employed by, he's got himself a job in the afterlife, which is great. And this is the ultimate Bob Shrinker from NECA. And
I'm sorry, can I pause you for just a second?
Pause me.
He got a job in the afterlife, and that's great.
That's great for him.
Like, the main thing that I'm looking forward to about dying is that I won't have to work anymore.
Bob had to overcome a lot of adversity to get hired, especially since he can't really talk. And he does, I don't know if you noticed, but he does have a shrunken head.
Huh?
He has a shrunken head. If you look at his head.
Where?
Right
where?
on his head on the top.
Right.
Like here, you can see more pictures. It's been shrunken. Yes.
So I don't follow, but okay.
Not only did Bob get a job, but if you look here, there's multiple different accessories. So you can make a whole different office of shrunken head figures.
Okay.
So not only did I get one Bob,
so
I got a second Bob.
Huh? Does that one have a shrunken head?
Let me check in the package. Ah, look at that.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Also shrunken. But if you look at the parts, like, so he has a different name tag, which you could swap out. He's got a different tie and then different heads. So you can't actually make 3 Bobs.
Are you going to make 3 Bobs?
No. I figured 2 Bobs, 2 and a Quaalude. You know, was too much.
It's bad luck.
2 Bobs. I couldn't do 3. If I find one of these for cheap, which I have a feeling they will be, because I don't know how well this line is going to sell from Beetlejuice. I will definitely pick up a 3rd, but for now, I had ordered 2, and they're both here, and I'm excited because they were fun. Again, Beetlejuice and these guys were the best parts of the movie, and I'm looking forward to getting these out, setting them up, and having a Bobathon. But wait, there's more.
Okay.
So Beetlejuice was not a good movie. Oh wait, I said that. Like, we covered that.
Did it have a shrunken head?
It did have a shrunken head. It had many shrunken heads.
Right.
It also had some really weird scenes. But one of the things they released from the movie is a 1/12 scale sandworm, which
that was in the first movie too, right?
It was in the first movie, which is why it's here. Because if it was probably just from the second, I wouldn't have cared as much. It comes with Matador Beetlejuice, which is from the second movie, but we don't really care about him. We're here for this. You know, this is just amazing that they actually made it. It is articulated. It can move, and it's just they had it on display. We saw it at New York Comic Con last year, maybe 2 years ago, and it just looks so amazing. So I am so psyched. I wanted to buy 2 of these. I just couldn't. I couldn't justify having 2 of them. But again, if I get a chance to pick one up for cheap, I would just love to have an army of sandworms because I think they look so absolutely amazing. So again, we don't really care about Matador Beetlejuice. He was in the movie for, I don't even know, like a second or 2. But yes.
Is that NECA?
This is NECA as well. Cool. So yeah, so some Beetlejuice stuff showed up. There's still more. There is another Bob to get, which is, I think, the Ultimate Disguise Bob, which I haven't seen go up for pre-order yet. Again, another one they showed off in their booth at Comic-Con last year. So I'm keeping an eye on that. Again, I like Beetlejuice. I'll keep buying the weird stuff, but don't make any more movies. Make more cartoon stuff. NECA, please, for the love of all that is holy. Cartoon figures or Cowboy Beetlejuice. Those are like the tops of my wish list. You know, you only saw Beetlejuice once, but he does, like, he's doing this commercial where he's dressed as a cowboy, and like that's like my number 1 Beetlejuice figure, or number 2. The cartoon ones are first. So right. Beetlejuice, whatever I have to do, please, NECA, this year, show off some new stuff.
All right. Okay, this is my last one.
Okay,
and this is the big one. So when we did our Grails episode, I had put this as the number 3 thing on my list. And the reason that I put this as the number 3 thing on my list is I debated about putting on my list at all because it wasn't really technically a toy. And we were really kind of doing a toys list, but you sort of convinced me that I should put it on anyway because it's toy adjacent.
Okay. If you're looking for someone to blame for this, I'll take it, but you don't have to make excuses.
So the reason why I put it at number 3 was 1, because it was a toy, and 2, because I never, ever, ever thought I would find one.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to put it as my number one because I wanted to be able to check off number one at some
Of
point.
course.
I put Rodin was number one, and I knew I was going to work my way into getting a Rodin.
Mhm. So
This
wait,
was one of
this thing was almost like honorable mention then, along with
this
the,
wasn't.
the
This
flag.
is basically this is like patient zero.
Got
Like,
it.
there is nothing in the universe that existed that I wanted more than this. This was something that I spent an absolutely insane amount of time sitting in front of. This was the thing that I fell in love with music sitting in front of. This
Okay.
was my first record player, which, if my mom is to be believed, I got on my 3rd birthday in 1979.
Is she to be believed? We'll see. Okay, so there's a
But you know, we had this up through living in West Milford. I moved from West Milford to Sussex County in the 3rd grade. So I had this up until the 3rd grade. By then, this had become the secondary musical apparatus where I had gotten a somewhat nicer
okay.
stereo at some point.
When did you lose sight of it? Like, or
Then when we moved, when we
then you
3rd
moved.
grade. So I just don't think it moved with us. I think it was decided that we're not going to bring that to the new house,
Which is understandable.
because it's kind of big, which
Yeah.
is why I haven't switched the camera view, because I cannot pick it up and show it. Because my last thing that I'm showing off, I can't believe I get to show this off. This is my first record player.
The disco dance. We need a banana for scale here. Nice.
This is the disco dance machine.
Mm.
It's 33 inches tall. It's got a turntable. It has a microphone so you can sing along with it. I spent forever in front of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is so important to me. I just can't. All I can keep saying is, like, I fell in love with music. Like,
yeah,
you and I met each other because of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, music is one of those things that fueled our entire, like, adolescence through middle age lives.
Indeed.
And, like, listening to the Blues Brothers on this, you know, listening to the Chipmunk Punk record on this, which is where I first listened to, like, a Tom Petty song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had some Disney things that I listened to on this. I had the Ghostbusters soundtrack as I played that on this. Yeah. Like,
and this looks like amazing, like, condition too.
It's pretty. It's okay. The turntable turns. It doesn't. No sound comes out of it. There's something going on with the whatever you call it, the needle wiring apparatus. Mm-hmm. So I am I know someone who repaired my normal turntable and my normal stereo. So I'm thinking of maybe bringing it to him to see if he can repair it, because he's an old fellow that has, like, a stereo store in Maplewood.
Okay.
I'm also thinking that I might just not do that, because I did not get this to play records on.
Yeah.
I got this to look at and go, I cannot believe I'm staring at this thing again.
I cannot believe we are staring at it right now. I remember when you talked about this, and like you said, there was no trace of this anywhere in the world. So how did you even come about this? How did you find one? So
this is the second oldest saved search in my eBay history. The oldest one being the Love is Laughter cassette is the oldest search in my eBay saved search history. It hit. No. And, like, I have this saved, like, 4 different ways. Mm-hmm. Just, like, you know, saved under Ohio Art, saved under MNE, saved under Disco Dance Machine, saved under Jukebox Turntable. Like, every single one of them, every single one of them lit up. And I was just like, what? So it was listed for a price or best offer. And I immediately contacted the person and said, hey, I want this. Is this an okay price? And I will come get this. You do not have to ship this if you sell this to me. Now, this was in Massachusetts. And I live in New Jersey.
Yes, you do.
And I drove about 12 and a half hours one day to drive to Massachusetts to pick this up in the scariest house I've ever been in.
Oh no! Wow, why?
Picked up, yeah. I don't want to say it was scary, but like I got to the house and the house was kind of, you know, it's kind of run down, and the guy left his front door open.
Okay.
Because he lived on the second floor, and I'm like, okay, well, sure, his front door's open. I go up there, and the top door is open as well. So it's just like, just walk right into this person's house. And I walk into his living room, and he's just sitting there in the dark with no TV, nothing, just sitting there in the dark waiting for me.
Did you think you were dead at that point?
I thought, oh, okay, so this is how I will die.
Yes. For the disco dance machine.
Yeah. I've been lured into a dungeon by the disco dance machine. I've driven 5.5 hours for the pleasure of being murdered. Great.
Yes.
He was a super nice guy.
Not a murderer.
No, not at all. He was a super nice guy.
As far as we know.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. But he was kind of like a 70s rocker guy, like an Aerosmith type guy.
Okay.
He said he's had this forever. And he had the 60s version of this, which was just set up like a normal, it was red and it would just look like an old timey jukebox. And then they repurposed it in the 70s and they just gave it a different paint job and put different stuff on it.
That makes sense.
So he'd been sitting on it for a while and then just decided that it was time for him to let it go. And I told him how, like, I've been looking for one of these for a billion years. Like I will give this the greatest home it will ever have. Nothing will ever happen to this until I'm dead. This will never leave my possession until I am in the ground.
Excellent.
So packed it into the car, drove it home. The ride to Massachusetts wasn't too bad. Again, it was about 5.5 hours, but not really much traffic until I hit around Providence. I had a little bit of traffic in Providence. The ride home was not a good ride. The ride home was almost 7 hours to get home. So there was traffic all over the place, but it was worth every second I was in that car to have this beautiful thing in my room where I have absolutely nowhere to put it.
Yes, it just lived right there in the middle of the room.
Essentially, I just kind of have it just up against, not even up against the wall, kind of up against this sort of divider thing between two closets that I have nowhere to put it yet. I do not care.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out someday. And if I don't care. It can just stay where it is.
No room in the music room for this?
I'm worried. So the part that says disco dance machine in the front is sort of like speaker fabric.
Okay.
So I'm worried about the cats.
Oh, because the cats go in. They're not allowed in this room, but they're allowed.
Yeah, the cats can't come in here. I have a gate up to keep the cats out.
Yeah,
but the cats can go into the music room. I'm not willing to risk it. I actually don't think they'd bother it because they don't with most things.
But like you said, why?
Yeah. I'm not willing. I will never get another. I will never have another opportunity. If you go on the internet, the only pictures of this thing that exist are a scan of an advertisement for it, a screenshot of the commercial for it, and the picture I posted online of me with it as a little kid.
Well, you should right that wrong on the internet. You should post full high-res modern pictures of it. I'm sure you're not the only one. And I'm sure there's probably so few of these left in the world, if any, besides this one. I can't,
it's huge. Who would save this? It's a cheap kids record player from 1979.
Apparently 70s Aerosmith guy,
and I'm so lucky.
Was he floored lucky that you were that, did he think somebody was going to buy it when he put up on eBay? Or
I think he thought of it as sort of a rare collectible thing based on the 60s one. Cause there is a 60s one on eBay right now. It's been there forever. There's someone's trying to get $400 for it.
Okay.
So I think he probably priced it based off of that one existing, but he did say that he could not believe that within 15 minutes of it being listed, I had contacted him.
And was it purchased within 15 minutes?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. I mean, I guess you don't know what you got. There's probably somebody out there looking for everything, but this is a huge pickup. When you talked about this, you had zero hopes or any thoughts that you would ever be able to find one.
This is the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I posted something on Instagram like the day I picked it up, like to like fellow collectors, like the thing you want, it's out there.
Yeah.
You know, don't ever give up hope. It is out there. If I can find this stupid thing, I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction, whatever direction it is. If I can find this, you can find anything. Someone will have saved that thing that you're looking for. You'll get it. Don't give up the hunt.
Amazing. And this wasn't number one though, right? This was
No,
number.
This wasn't number one on the list, but again, only because it wasn't a toy and it was a list of toys. So, but as far as the thing that I wanted more than anything else on this planet, it was this. This is the number one grail that exists in my whole entire life. And the number two grail is also not a toy. It's that stupid Love is Laughter tape.
Yeah. But that's it. Like, that's the only thing on your list right now, right?
I mean, there's definitely other stuff I want, but something that I would consider a grail to me personally, there's things that I want that are like expensive, but that mean something like this, like the other things on my list meant. No, this is it. Like, so, I've gotten the big things.
So where do you go from here? You're just done?
The medium things.
The medium things. Okay. There's always something. There's always things.
You know, this wasn't on my list.
There you go. The fun stuff.
There's always cool stuff out there. So I just want the world to just take one more look at this glorious children's record player. One of the most important things that I had when I was a kid, the best collectible that I own now, this glorious disco dance machine. Bless it.
Round of applause, everyone. Round of applause. Yay. Well done. Well done. I think we're going to have to end on that. I don't think I could share anything else because it's just not worth it. Like, I think we should go out high. My other stuff can wait.
Are you sure? Like, I thought the last thing you had, wasn't that one of the things that was on your grail list?
No, I had nothing on my grail list. No. So.
Oh, you showed that already. You showed the link.
I don't think. Oh, did I? Yeah, but no, I've nothing that compares right now. So.
Okay, well, if you want to end it there, we can.
I think that's a good like. I'm feeling good. I feel like really good, and my other stuff can wait for future invention exchanges. Okay. Congratulations to you. You won. You have won the hunt.
Yeah. Again, I could not be more excited about that. It just feels so important.
I'm going to do some soul searching. I know we talked about grails, but I don't know that I have, because again, I had the opportunity, if you remember at ZoloCon, to buy things off of my grail list and I passed. So I really want to do some soul searching to see if I have something like this that I would drive whatever the 10, 12 hours round trip that you did to get it. So
there's another thing that I am potentially going to drive maybe to Pittsburgh to get, but it's not even a grail, but it's just one of those things that it's big, expensive, and fragile, and the person doesn't want to ship it. So I'm just like, I'm thinking about it.
Road trip. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I know that you said that going to Pittsburgh is not something you think that you could do over the course of a day. But one of our other friends, I'm kind of laying the groundwork for an adventure, and he has not said no.
Okay. Said yes.
He's not said yes,
but he's not said no.
So
cool.
We'll see how that goes. Unless, of course, you change your mind.
Yeah.
And want to go to Pittsburgh.
Not at the moment. Not right now. Not today.
All right. No problem.
Cool.
All right. Well, I guess that'll wrap it up. Like, we're not going to do a now playing.
Do you have a now playing? I've got a little now playing I could talk about.
All right, go for it.
All right. So this is so dumb.
Oh, wait, hang on. Don't go. Wait, let me push the button. We got to push the button first.
Oh, you got a button. Okay.
We always got a button.
Perfectly excellent.
All right, where we talk about things we are listening to, playing, watching, something that just struck our fancy this week.
100%. And I do have something that is striking my fancy. I've got two quick ones. So I'm currently playing a game on the Switch called The Midnight Walk, which is just this amazingly like disturbed kind of Tim Burton-esque world where you're walking around and you're trying to right some supernatural type wrongs to bring peace to these bizarre creatures and this land. And I don't want to spoil it because it's more of like a story. Like you're just participating in this story, and like there's so I consider it's so wonderfully like full of woe and sorrow, and it's been really like a fun distraction from this crazy world, and I'm enjoying that immensely. But I'm gonna take a break from it because something just came out that I just downloaded that I'm gonna play immediately after we finished here, which is a Star Wars downloadable content theme for a game called Power Wash Simulator. Now, as you can imagine, Power Wash Simulator is a game that simulates the apparent joy of power washing things. Okay. And this Star Wars one, they're like power washing the Star Destroyer, like all like Star Wars. And it's like, it's the joy that I need right now. Something so absurd and ridiculous that I cannot wait to check it out. Again, playing it on the Switch 2, Switch DOS. And yeah, I will report back next week how the power washing goes. So stay tuned because I am going to get a galaxy far and away, spick and span clean. That is my goal.
All right.
I promise you that. So that's where I am. That's what I'm currently playing. The Midnight Walk on the Switch 2 and Power Wash Simulator's Star Wars downloadable content.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about another show that I watched recently because the final season of the Hulu series The Bear came out this past month. And
doesn't that have Rada the Hutt in that?
I don't know. No CGI that I'm aware of.
Oh, Jeremy Allen White, isn't he in The Bear?
Yeah,
he is Rada the Hutt.
If you say so.
Yes, he is. Not that I say so. He is.
I'll take your word for it.
Sure. He's his own man.
But anyway, the last season of that came out. My wife and I just finished watching it, I think last weekend, maybe the weekend before, and it was good. I liked it. It was a slow starting season, but it concluded nicely. The last 3 episodes were really strong. But I love that series. It's a great series. It's funny. It's well done. It gets a little artsy fartsy every once in a while to the point where I'm like, okay, just we can move it. Let's move this. Move
along.
We don't need quite this many montages. but it was a good watch, and I'm
awesome.
psyched. I think they pretty much stuck the landing, and you can't say that about too many shows that end with a season where you went, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it is actually very rare. I think they kind of like everyone poops the bed at the end there.
The only one that I can really think of that ended better, where basically every episode of this show is pretty much great, and it went on for like 5 or 6 seasons, and it's probably like, for a non-comedy, it's probably like my favorite series that I've ever watched, and that's
Lost?
The Americans. The Americans.
Oh, The Americans, got it.
The Americans was just perfect from start to finish, and there were so many opportunities for it to go wrong. Like the kid figures out what's going on and the kid gets involved, and it's like as soon as that happens, it's like, oh, that could be the end of
Nope. Cool.
The Americans is the best drama I've ever watched.
Nice. Well, good time.
This is good too, though. This is good.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
That'll do it.
We did it. We did the thing.
We did it. So we were talking about how for the summer that we might be on an every other week schedule. We'll see how that goes. Coming up soon, I have a do something. I'm going to a toy show in Gettysburg in 2 weeks. Nice. There's also San Diego Comic-Con, which we are not going to, but we will definitely be watching and paying attention to.
Yes, I can't wait.
We're probably due for a rewind club. You still have to pick a movie that isn't atrocious for us to watch.
Yeah, and we should plan that out because I do have some travel coming up. I have to travel for work in 2 weeks, and then I'm going on vacation. So I think it'd be a good time to get a rewind in over that time.
So I don't think we'll be quite as panicked for topics the next couple of weeks, because today was sort of a very last minute panicky sort of put this together.
Yeah, I think it worked well.
No, I do as well. But we should have some good stuff coming in the upcoming weeks. And then when we start hitting into like the Septembers, I got a lot of do somethings on the docket. So there's a lot of stuff that we can be talking about. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, there's even October is New York Comic Con, Legion's Con.
There's
Legions
lots of coming up.
Lots of somethings. Cool.
I'm still waiting for one of your friends who wants figures to sponsor me going to Legion's Con so I can buy them things, just so I can go hang out with people. Because like I don't want anything there. I don't care about anything there. But if anyone wants me to be their drug mule, I'm more than happy to if you want to buy me a ticket.
Yeah, and it's funny because I just actually sold the exclusives from last year's Legion Con, because since they were sitting on my floor in boxes, and I said, you know what, I'm never gonna open these, and I put them up for what I thought was a fair price, and they sold immediately. So you could just go and fund your trip that way if you really wanted to.
I'd rather go for some kind of reason. Like I don't want to go just to be a scumbag flipper, but if I can help someone out and then just hang out with you guys for a little bit and then leave when it starts getting frustrating because there's too many goblins.
There are a lot of goblins there.
Yeah,
I will
only do so many goblins.
Yes, I'll propose it to the crew and see if we get any takers there. I don't know if they've announced any exclusives yet, so you may have to wait a little bit. But
again, I don't care that much. I just figured it would be something to do something. It is something to do something. Do something.
Yes.
We should stop talking now.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.
See you soon.
Perfectly excellent.